Hi, this is Ziggy. This is my this is my little sweet dog. He's a Jack Russell mix, we think. We definitely see the Jack Russell, but he's a rescue. And I'm showing you him because I'm going to tell you a funny story about this guy. Okay, you can get down now. Thank you. He's not a lap dog, but he likes to jump up when I do Zoom conversations with people. Anyway, a little short story about how much he loves Reiki. He's been with me 6 years. He's about 12 years old, we're guessing. He's a rescue. He was rescued from an animal hoarder. I just, so he was neglected, if nothing else. He was very thin and he's terrified. Now, that could just be his personality too, but he has an anxiety disorder for sure. And when he came to me 6 years ago, after asking to come here, he spoke to me very, very strongly and asked to come here. I was volunteering at a shelter where he was. He pretty much shook, trembled for 3 weeks. He laid on the couch. I put him on the couch. I had to feed him on the couch. I had to carry him from room to room. He was just terrified. And how I calmed him was with Reiki. I shared my Reiki hands with him 2, 3, 4 times a day, briefly, a few minutes here, a few minutes there. And then we would take a nap. I take a Reiki nap in the afternoon for me. I do self Reiki. And he would always snuggle up real close to me. That's the only other place he was comfortable was the bed when I was in it. And I would share my Reiki hands with him too. And so he's come to love it. Well, I take a Reiki nap every single afternoon. For 6 years, and he snuggles up next to me. I don't always put my hands on him, but he's touching me while I'm doing self Reiki. And about the last month or so, he's decided he doesn't want to be there for the beginning of the session because if you don't know self Reiki, you start crown and then third eye and then throat and then chest, and you work down the energy centers. And I prefer having both my hands for the first three, and then I can just have one on my other hand on him. Well, when I started doing that, he started like leaving. He didn't want to have anything to do with it if I was just going to be giving Reiki to me. And he would come back in later when he thought it was that he could have a hand too. It was hilarious. He like had a sense of when I would be ready to put one hand on him. Well, here's today's story. So he loves it. I mean, he loves Reiki and he knows the word. He knows the word Reiki. He knows the word nap, but now he also knows the word Reiki. So today was a little bit troublesome for him because our smoke alarm was beeping and I couldn't get it to stop. I took the battery out, but it kept beeping because that's what they do now. And like I live in an apartment complex and I called, man, could you please come over? My dog is losing his mind and I don't know what to do. And they put in new ones that you can't even get to the battery. And if they beep, they last for 10 years. And if they beep, they're done. They come, they throw them out, they give you a new one. So that's kind of cool. But in the meantime, my dog was going bunkers in the morning. And then we went to the barn and fed the horses and we came back home. And of course, it's still beeping. And they came shortly thereafter and fixed it. But Ziggy, he's wrecked then. It's like no. And I had to go on for about an hour and a half and I came back and he's still really upset, even though it's quiet. So I ate a little lunch and then I said, okay, let's go take a nap. He's still really upset. He's running around in little circles and he even barked at me a few times, which is very unusual. I'm like, Ziggy, we're gonna go take a nap. Go in the bed. No, he's dancing around. He's upset. He's trembling a little bit. I'm like, still with this stuff? Are you going to go to bed? He said, go to bed. And I said, Reiki? And he stopped. I swear to you. He stopped spinning around and he looked at me and he ran in the bed. And so I used the last couple of days, actually, I've been using one hand where I would like to use two. And I said, okay, Reiki. And he like kind of flopped on his back. And I had one hand on me and one hand on him, and he was calm, breathing heavily, asleep in 20, 30 seconds. And he does not move. He's gone. So I want you to, there's no moral to the story. There's no lesson. It's just, they really do like it. I can tell you stories about cats. I'll tell you that another time. Cats love Reiki hands on them or from a distance too. But that's my Ziggy. He knows the word. And he was there and he wanted it and he hasn't cried since. He's completely calmed down. His day has been improved immensely. So wanted to share that Reiki story with you. Thank you for listening. I'm Pam Sorellis of Winged Horse Healing, and I'll talk to you again soon. Take care. Bye.